So I guess we could
We could
we
run.
could just walk down the street when Victoria is available.
Okay,
So maybe we could just walk down the street and
look for that suspicious guy.
look for that suspicious looking guy. And then I don't know, maybe stop and
First somebody? Stop and first somebody, like the police does in New York.
If we find somebody.
Yeah.
I think there's so few people that I don't know if we're gonna have anybody to frisk.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna find this guy?
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you think to stick with us?
How many people live on Bay Street, do you think?
There are 3 living there. There are 3 living there. There are 4 living there, and the next house is 2 people and a dog. And the last house is empty.
So
And then on the other side, there's probably 3 to 4 people living there. 1 person there. Probably. I don't know in those 2.
Okay. So, how long have you been painting?
Oh, I've been painting this year since I had the scratch on it. I used only red paint because it's called Chicao sauce or things.
Salsa
But it's something that heals the wound. Otherwise, I've been painting in the back of the garage, but some of it came off already. So
It came off the garage?
yeah, it came off the garage.
Oh, you were painting the garage itself.
That's right.
Oh, I thought it was your
Look
studio.
at this light. Why is it on? It's bright daylight and we have a light on.
Yeah, that revolts me. Let's see if I can. Is that a shortcut?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
it's an alley. Oh, look at that guy. Now,
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy has been doing his job. See? That must be an artist.
Do you think that's John Baldessari's car?
No, but I mean, gee, okay. Look at the steering wheel too on the inside.
He hasn't started covering the seats yet.
There comes Lane.
Slowly.
Get to sit on something. There's space.
Okay, so we reconnect with it.
Yeah. I think somebody put a house in the room.
I can see my shadow on you. It's funny. So besides painting garages, what do you like to paint?
I would like to paint the eyes on the cookies. So,
Uh-huh.
gingerbread man. And maybe the pockets. And the shoes, of course, too.
People's shoes or the shoes?
No, the shoes of gingerbread man. How could they otherwise walk around without shoes?
That's true. That's why they don't walk, because they don't wear shoes. I always wondered.
Yeah. Because you paint shoes on them. then
Right.
you can do that. So now we are on Bay Street.
Okay.
Watch it, there's a tree in your way. Look, der gerade mit drin. Look. Oh, did the tree go around?
Ah.
The tree go around.
Probably it grew around it, right?
It was best.
Is it an pretty old, it's a pretty old, oh, it's a tree in its own right almost. It's a tree in its own right. But it's like an old redwood.
Yeah. Like,
All right, well, my hope is that that John Baldessari is in his studio today, and that we're going to walk past his studio, and at that moment he's going to come out for air, or come out for,
beer.
I mean, yeah, maybe a beer, or pick up the paper or something. But Victoria and I drove down to what I thought might be his address earlier, but I realized it wasn't because it didn't match the picture. But I knocked anyway, just to make sure, to cover all my grounds. And a woman opened the door, and I said, "Hi, does John Baldessari live here?" And she said, "No." And she looked a little perplexed, but she didn't look too surprised either. So I said, "Oh, do you get that? Do you get people asking you that a lot?" And she said, "No, I don't know who that is." So I said, "Well, he's an artist," and she was kind of in a hurry. So I said, "All right, well, thank you." And she said, "Yeah, we don't live here. We're just visiting from New York." She said, "Oh." I said, "Oh, I'm from New York too." And she said, "Oh, that's great." And but then I didn't want to intrude more, so I left. But she was nice. But she didn't know who he was, and I felt like saying, "Well, you could live within 2 blocks of this gigantic, superstar legend." He literally is. They call him Sasquatch Santa. The Sasquatch is the abominable snowman. They call him like that because he's really big, but he also has a white beard. So he's Sasquatch Santa.
But does he have big feet?
Probably does have big feet too. Oh yeah, and he has that thing with the footprint.
See?
That.
Big feet make big footprints.
Okay. Huh? These are more like shots. I'm trying to get as much different kind of material so that when I'm sitting at my computer and I'm editing all this, I can get a variety of things where it's not just, just a close-up shot, but it's also you walking by or you standing still.
Can you hold your computer straight or at an angle?
I'll have to move my computer in the same way. But I think it's the style these days is the camera that's a little, immersive, so it jumps around. 11:02 Burley. Yeah, that's about it.
See, a house that is blue is always suspicious.
Yeah, I could see him having a blue house, actually.
Did you look on the other side? Is there any suspicious there?
It.
See, there's a garage and there's another house.
All the cars are.
It's suspicious. It's very suspicious. Also, artists usually they are earth friendly. They would drive cars like that.
It could be it.
So it could be. It is imaginable. This would be absolutely.
I think a terrorist artist, maybe. So do you think Bay Street is a crooked street?
Not where we live, but here it gets crooked. So, okay.
All right. Well, here's another blue house.
Yeah. Well, that's not the kind of blue that you see.
No.
Let's paint the house blue.
So the number that I saw on the video was 602. And
Further down.
it's further down. It's at the corner of 6, actually. So I don't know if we're going to go that far.
That makes sense.
But see, that's what's confusing is the book I have says something about John Baldessari's studio on Bay Street. And that's all the book says, in Santa Monica. And then I have a video, and the last scene about John Baldessari, and the last scene of the video is him on the doorstep of a house, which I'm assuming is his house, and he's waving goodbye at the cameraman, and on the mailbox it says 602. So right away I said, I got it, it's 602 Bay Street.
But did you ever find it out on the internet?
No, they don't give private addresses, I think.
No?
It's too personal. But that's where we went with Victoria. We went to 602 Bay Street, and it wasn't the house. It didn't match the house that I saw in the video.
Maybe they're crazy.
Well, there were a whole bunch of things. There was like a fence around the house. It's a similar architecture. It's some kind of swing project. Oh, it's a swing. But it's a nice house. It kind of looks a bit like this in a way. But it's this kind of architecture, and I think it had a few like bamboos or something. But constantly, I mean, I don't think it's going to work because I went to 602 Bay Street, and it's not that house. So the 602 where he's standing in the video is not on Bay Street. That's my conclusion.
Then you have to look for other 602s.
You have to look at I'm going to have to look at a lot of 602s.
Yeah. Maybe just as a speaker.
As a what?
Looking?
You put a fake number, you think?
No, I mean, maybe he was not on Bay Street when he filmed that.
That's my thinking. Or his studio is on Bay Street, but then his actual house, his home, is on another street.
Maybe on the other side.
Maybe.
Or sometimes the property may go, he bought maybe another piece of property. It could be.
Maybe. So I almost wonder, like, if it's on the other street, maybe on 6th Street or something. Okay, I'm going to take a little break. Hey, what do you think of this green?
It's good.
This green down here.
It's like sea green, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good looking.
It would work as for a painting. That's the kind of colors I like in painting. They're kind of flashy.
It's grand. Wasn't that Lee Green? When you picture that, who had it before? Jessica? Or you?
I think it was the Baldessari book, maybe?
You still don't hold the camera straight. Yeah,
I'm making up for it. But here's what I thought, is that Vic would take a shot of us just kind of chatting. Doing this wall as a background. Maybe just kind of looking at the spoon or something. But I think the direct, the 90-degree angle onto the wall is the best and most cinematic, like the most neutral. Or where you'd have to get both of us. So I think if you're on the other side of the street, value was more.
That's right.
Right.
He's looking for something.
Do you think it's to search for light?
Yeah.
And then maybe you can come back down to us and we'll continue like nothing's ever happened. Okay. All right.
Yeah, really sweet. No, it doesn't work. Listen.
Oh, and there's stuff here.
Oh yeah, stuff everywhere. Oh, this is from the brain store, right? What do you call it? Marbles. Marbles, the brain store.
A brainstorm, like.
No, brain store.
Oh.
You buy a brain there if you are running out of ideas, you know.
Oh, like.
You go there, get another brain, and it's preloaded.
Well, it's high time they have one of those in California.
Yeah, you just unplug it, push it in, the other one comes out, and put the other one in the garbage. Well, you know, you shouldn't
Just change
litter. You shouldn't litter. You just you have to recycle your brain, give it to the chicken or something like that.
This is the house that I came to earlier, and I knocked the door, and the woman, answered. And, all right.
There's the reindeer version of Prius.
All right.
Reindeer brain. Joy to TV, TW.
Started.
Yes.
Okay. You go first, and then I'll just give it a few seconds before you hit on it.
Right.
Oh, it's just so the camera has the time to
See the spoon?
Yep. And now it's nice.
No, it's this.
Are you following Vic, or are you just keeping the same?
No, I have the same frame.
Okay, so then I'm gonna retrieve it and put it back.
No, but that was still in the frame, though.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, never mind.
Oops. Okay, in this case, I try to get it over.
Can you see it, Vic?
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, but it just was not in mind. Woo! Wow, he tried to attack you. Look at that, that's a wild spoon. Oh, yeah. Okay, give me bogey. Oh,
You almost squished the whole spoon in its entirety.
oh. Come on, man, we almost got hit. I mean, come on, bogey.
Oh, shit. Maybe I'll use my hand then. Go back quick.
Glad you done.
Well, that's just the sound of the spoon and of the... Okay. So now you got both of us?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
Good shot.
It shows here it is California, but the oranges are on this thing. And the spoons. The spoons are in the dishwasher. Okay. Oh no! Game over!
Oh well. Hey Vic, if you want to get closer and show these little broken pieces of spoon that sort of... Oh, you probably if you want to get closer, you could sort of like slowly come in onto these objects and you know, and they're sort of, now they're kind of displayed as a broken composition.
I think two boys.
Well, I guess that's it.